What is it? You can tell me, I'm listening. I bought some wine. I left it by the door to your bedroom. All right, I'll drink it slowly. Have you recovered? It wasn't an illness. I was hungover. I drank too much wine on my birthday, and my behavior that day was uncouth. I hope your Majesty can forgive me. It's merely human nature, there is no need to apologize. I only called you here today to ask. Why natural science? I believe science and technology are the primary productive force within a society. I also believe that, in our dynasty, what we are lacking isn't talent, but rather the discovery of those talents. I know it'll be hard to convince the emperor to create such an unprecedented situation with just my words, but I'll be satisfied if I can plant the seed of science within the hearts of the people in this era. It is the philosophy of science to assume that, if all things are real, it is important to classify them into categories. Natural science does not only study the origin of things in detail. It is also a way to expand our knowledge of the world. Hands-on practice is indispensable. Therefore, I am petitioning for the Tiangong Institute to include natural science in the examination categories to attract people talented in that field here to study and develop together, so we can raise our national strength to a higher level. This concerns the entire country. I shall have to confer with the cabinet ministers before making a decision. Your Majesty is wise. I'm glad I followed my head and stopped myself before it was too late. Come here. When I first entered the palace, I was afraid the emperor would chop my head off if he got angry. Now, I'm not afraid of him anymore. I just don't want to let him down. I don't want him to look at me with disappointment, no matter what I do. Qinghe. His behavior and demeanor remain the same, as if the wine and incense in the bedchamber were nothing but a mirage. Can one truly not be both a scholar and a beauty? As the emperor who shoulders the fate of his country, I can get everything. But I will lose even more. He left his coming-of-age ceremony without even saying goodbye to me. I ask him to come to the palace to visit me, and he doesn't even reply. Father summons him, and he immediately runs to the imperial study room. Are the Eastern palaces decrees not decrees anymore? He's clearly playing favorites. He's not taking me seriously at all. I'm going to punish him and teach him a lesson. Even you aren't listening to me. Speak! How should I punish him? Why? Why not make him stand outside the hall for an hour? Or take away a month's salary from him? Should I make him drink 3 glasses by himself? I'm just worried you'll regret it once your anger subsides. Why not take the high road? You'll still be able to step down then. Go find me some servants and prepare a sack. Oh, yes, and a set of casual clothes. I can't leave the palace until I finish my assignments, but once I leave tomorrow, brace yourself for my punishment. The next day. I have summoned you here all today to look over the memorandum Secretary Sue has submitted and to discuss if natural science should be implemented. Secretary Sue is young and inexperienced. How does he know of other countries' affairs? Surely he made it up himself or heard from hearsay. Our country is filled with wonders. Why should we learn natural science like those other barbaric countries? Radical new subjects like this will disrupt the imperial examination system. It isn't conducive to the stability of our people. Senior official Li, why are you not speaking? May I ask, Your Majesty, when the late emperor still reigned, there was a universal map of Ming, created using both the Xinjiao Guangbei map by Li Zemin, a great geomancer at the end of the Yuan dynasty, and Yuan Capital Observatory's globe as bases. Is it still in the palace? Li Qingfeng. Su Yan's hand-drawn map. Naturally. A map as detailed as that must not ever be taken out the imperial court. Has Your Majesty ever shown that map to Vice Secretary Sue? No. Then may I request that the map be taken out and shown to the other lords present? Lan Shi. Yes. May I ask everyone to compare these maps? Can you see any differences? I have noticed that the map Vice Secretary Sue has drawn depicts the Grand Duchy of Moscow, North and South America, Australia, and other regions beyond the universal map of Ming. I remember this place is mentioned in the Sanbao eunuch's nautical map. It mentions expatriates that have drifted there from the Malacca Sultanate, men and women with hair tied up in buns, some with dark skin, some with light skin, and even some of our people. The map Su Yan drew. Qinghe's nautical map was lost during the late emperor's reign. Could it have fallen into Vice Secretary Sue's hands? It would be no wonder that he could draw such an accurate map. Senior official Yang Ting. If Vice Secretary Sue obtains Senior official Yang Ting. If Vice Secretary Sue obtained Sanbao eunuch's genuine artifact, then visited the missionary monks and inquired about other countries' affairs. Perhaps speculations about Leopold, about the Portuguese and Spanish spying on our vassal states are not baseless. It seems he has quite the foresight. Promoting natural science may be feasible after all.